It's thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Detail Rag. We are episode 61, Shoot and Shine with Sprenger number 6. Mr. Paul Sprenger, welcome back. It's been a long, busy summer. I know for all of us.
Yep.
Yeah, for you too, hadn't it?
Yeah.
Well, before we get to that, I know it's been a while since we've done an episode, as the podcast has kind of been on the back burner because of some personal issues and some professional issues, that kind of thing. But we're going to get back into it. We're going to be rolling things out and trying to stay a little more consistent. For starters, I want to throw out a shout out. I don't care if it's a customer or a fellow detailer or somebody that you want to give a little recognition to and about a little blurb as to why. So I'm going to throw out a little bit of, I want to talk about episode 32 with a buddy of mine named Dustin Nutt from Solutions Auto Detail in Eaton, Ohio. Haven't talked to Dustin for a while, but he's such a good guy, such a cool guy. I love watching him on Instagram, what he's doing. And I just want to throw him out there and say, hey, if you guys are looking for somebody else to go watch, and somebody that you're interested in just seeing some fellow detailers and hanging out and checking them out, go check out Dustin Nutt at Solutions Auto Detail in Eaton, Ohio. Mr. Sprenger, who you got? Who are you going to shout out?
Oh, who am I going to shout out?
Yeah, let's do both. Me and you.
So many people. Shout out my wife because I'm going to shout out my wife for Sean. Because we have been expanding the last couple of years like crazy. And, I wouldn't be anywhere without that woman, I tell you. She's awesome.
That's your support system right there.
Yep. She's fantastic.
Well, shout out to her. She got is she doing like the behind the scenes things for you?
Well, yeah. If you want to start there, we are opening up. So we have a full detail ceramic coating show detail shop, which we've had for years. Last December, we opened up the paint protection film window tint. I think you and I talked about that, didn't we, on a podcast?
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
So now finally, the last little piece to my triangle is we just became a Shine Supply dealer.
Nice.
And
Congratulations.
She helped me big time behind the scenes. POS system. This is all stuff, I don't know, inventory and stuff, but we're learning. And I've been trying for about 2.5, 3 years to become a Shine Supply dealer.
Okay. So that is, so are you going to have a retail location?
Yep. So in front of the paint protection film, there's a fairly big office. Had all the film in there, had the plotter in there, had a desk in there. And I just took all that out and put it in the shop. And now that's going to be a detail supply store. So we just got our big Shine Supply order in. It's all on the shelves. We just got it all on the POS system. We're going to get to sell towels and tools and literally everything you see on my Instagram or my Amazon links on Instagram. Everything we use here, I'm going to carry in my store.
Okay.
And people can buy down the road. We'll have our own website and I can ship as well down the road. Probably next year we'll get to that point.
Okay. So you are more geared right now towards putting product in the store and having a retail location that people can visit. Not so much on e-commerce, not so much website wise.
Yeah, we're going to put a pin in the e-commerce side. We are going to buy a whole nother reverse osmosis water system over there. So all the local mobile detailers can come and get water and get supplies. We'll probably have snacks and drinks, vending machine. I'll have towels, pads, wash mitts, brushes, all, down the road, we'll have all that stuff as well.
Okay. So
and then next year we'll do the e-commerce as that takes off.
That seems to be, first of all, that's super cool. And I love the idea of it. I love watching people do it. We don't really have anything like that back here. we don't have like a one-stop shop where you can just roll into, say like a mobile detailer. You really can't roll in anywhere and get water and get product and supplies and stuff. So when you're thinking down the road about Springer's Detail Studio and you're thinking about helping other detailers, as far as coming to getting water, getting supplies, getting tools, that kind of thing, do you have any thoughts in the future of maybe sharing education as far as like in-person classes or anything that people can learn from you?
Yeah. So on that note, I get a lot of DMs about that. A lot of local guys were interested. And I'm in Southern California, Brian. So there's a detail supply store and water in literally every city. I would probably say thousands of detailers here.
Yeah.
I mean, we live in the best weather on the planet. Detailing is pretty much year round. It's year round for us because we got a shop. If it's pouring, we're still working. And we have a pretty good following on Instagram. Been doing it for a long time. I love people. I love to teach. That's definitely on the agenda.
Okay.
But my goal's always been do one thing and do it really, really well. So that's been our mobile detailing since 1990. Then we got a little shop, and we did it really, really well. Then we got a bigger shop, which we've done very well. And then at the end of last year, with the paint protection film and the wraps and the tint, I've been subbing out so much of that. I thought now's the time it became available. So we've been doing that really, really well. Now the store, it seems like everything I do is like at the end of the year, and it's like, here we are at the end of this year. Last year we got 2 shops. But anyway, so yeah, the goal is I just try to do it really well. So to get the water system and get the guys coming in and get everything set up, after that's really rolling, then I'll probably start thinking about training.
Okay.
But it takes a lot of time to run a big detail shop. And then let's go start a PPF tint shop, which is literally a new business.
Right.
You got to treat it like a new business. Of course, a lot of my detail rolls over and vice versa. But, it's a new business. Now the detail supply, that's brand new. I got to advertise, or you'll see my Instagram. We'll start doing a lot of stuff. But I'm stoked to be with Shine Supply because I've always followed Jeremy. I respect him. Heard nothing but great things about his products. And now that I'm using them, oh man, game changer. So now I'm fired up even more because our work's going to be better.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you, so just real quick, go back to like, you still have the mobile business, right?
So we have 2 vans. They've been paid off for years and years. I've had some big mobile accounts since 1996 and one since the year 2000.
Okay.
So those are the 2 accounts we still maintain. One's every Monday all day, every Tuesday all day, Friday all day. So my boys pretty much run, all 3 of my boys and Cody were in Irvine today all day. They run those for me. So I'm here.
Okay.
But I don't take on any
mobile work.
No, I give them all to my friend Martin. He's younger guy. He's married with 2 kids, and I just funnel it to him. He's a great guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got the mobile. So you got 2 shops now?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got the PPF and tint shop.
Yeah.
So when do you think, and you still do a lot of the work?
I love it.
Yeah. So do you ever see yourself kind of backing away from it?
Yes. I'm an older guy, and it keeps me very young. I have a lot of energy still. I'm pretty hyper. talking to Jeremy since, him starting Shine Supply, he's really been all about Shine Supply. And then him and I were chatting the other day, and I'm like, don't you love being in the shop? And he's like, I love it. I go, yeah, because we just get lost. It's an art. You get in the art side of your brain, like most detailers, and it's just enjoyable.
It's therapeutic.
But you got to be here in the desk to be running the thing. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, down the road, of course. But dude, I love it, man. I do. And now I got a whole new product line. This beadlock black he just came out with. I just did my third car today with it. It just came out a week and a half ago, I think.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Stoked. Fired up.
So I'm just assuming that you're still kind of doing a lot of testing on most of the products to figure out what they're all about.
Yeah, because we're replacing everything we've used for the last couple of years, Adams.
Yeah.
As we run out, we're replacing with Shine Supply.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got to be super excited.
I'm pumped because I'm an emotional guy. I love people. I love what I do. I like to align myself with my vendors the way I am. I run like a family business. I'm like, dude, love ya. And that's how Jeremy is. That's why I've always wanted to be teamed up with him.
Right.
You can get that from just like people watch me all the time on Instagram, they can tell what kind of person I am. Same thing with him. He's a genuine guy, and he loves what he does, and he's poured his heart and soul to do the best products. And they're pumped that we're on board. So now we're like this, we're going to be partners.
Good.
Super stoked.
Good. So if anybody's listening or watching and you're in the Anaheim area and you need Shine Supply products, we're going to Sprenger's Detail Studio. That's where we're going, right?
Yep. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Yeah. I'm going to switch it up just a little bit here because you talked about people watching you on Instagram. I was watching a video the other day, which I found extremely interesting, which, you and I have talked a lot about Alex, your social media manager, that type of kind of thing. And the work he does is phenomenal, in my opinion. I just think he showcases you so well. Yeah. And so shout out to him for the work that he does and how he does it. But I did watch a video the other day that I'm interested in, and I'm sure other people who are listening would be interested in, about your quick jacks. Let's talk about quick jacks just a little bit, because I think you have probably more quick jacks than anyone I've ever seen. And you probably use them a lot for everything, don't you?
Yeah, so they make 4 different versions. Well, they make a lot of different versions, but they make 1, 2, 3 different lengths. And my first set was the shortest length. So you can lift a Scion TC. My son has a Scion TC or a Porsche. But other than that, anything longer wheelbase. So then I got the 7000 series, which is I can lift small SUVs, small sedans. Well, then, I get Teslas in, and I get this X7 I have. Is the jack points are so far in distance. So finally, Quick Jack came out with a super long one for Teslas, because their jack points are super far too. So I just tell guys, if you're going to have a detail shop and lift cars, if you have a car and you want a Quick Jack, buy one that fits. But if you're going to do wheels off, like we do so many wheels per year, kind of what we're known for. But I get fired up to do wheels, dude. I love lifting cars, pulling the wheels. And that vehicle's on my lift in my shop with no wheels, man. It's the ultimate for me. It really is. When I walk in, I'm like, damn, so cool. It just feels like we've gone to the next level. But there is very, you're talking, these cars are expensive. My guy's health and safety, mine. So everything goes into concern when I'm thinking about lifting cars. So we're extremely careful. I bought every single lift in jack puck and square, and I got Tesla pucks. They make special ones for Tesla, for Corvettes, for Rivian, for this car, that car. And I just tell guys, you need a full cabinet of everything if you're going to lift cars. Because all of a sudden you get a car and you can't lift it, then what?
So let me back up just a little bit. And for somebody who might be interested in buying a quick jack, other than wheels off, just and maybe I'm just throwing this out there. Give everybody a little clue or a little bit more information about why you decided to buy them and what are the benefits of having them. I mean, I don't think people are actually really considering all the benefits that you could have with a quick jack.
So not only can you remove the wheels, but you have this car in the air. Now paint correcting the full bottom half of any vehicle is right in your face.
Okay.
You're not laying on the ground. That's another benefit. You want to detail undercarriages like we do a lot of them. You got to get the car in the air.
So it's almost
wheel well cleaning, brake caliper cleaning, just get it in your face instead of laying on the ground.
It's almost either utilizing the quick jack is going to help people either just enhance the services they already offer or even help someone offer more services like undercarriage and stuff.
You can offer more. See, now all my clients have pushed me into where I am. I had a client early on that said, oh, you detail undercarriages, because at Matrangas, my car collection, they have big 2-post lifts. So we're posting that all the time. So people think, oh, he does undercarriage detailing at his shop. I'm like, yeah, we do. I went out and bought lifts because I knew I had to get lifts. That mid-rise lift I have, the bend pack, is really solid too. That's a different one it's different than the quick jacks.
Okay.
I love doing paint corrections. I can get the car up 4 feet off the ground, which is sweet.
That's phenomenal. And
it really just sets you apart. A detail shop that's lifting cars and removing wheels. I mean, we've done $1 million car and remove the wheels. Are we nervous and scared? Well, hell yeah, but you just do it, just like anything else in your life. You just got to go through it very carefully, very mapped out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jack points on cars are there for a reason. Usually most cars with engines, the front's heavy. You don't want it falling over. So there's just safe ways to do it. Safe for everybody involved, safe for the vehicle, all that stuff.
And you're using them every day, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And then the dually trucks and stuff. I have 4 regular jacks, hydraulic jacks, and those jack rods. I don't know if you've seen those videos.
Yeah.
So those take place rather than jack stands. So we're taking dually wheels off. I got another one coming in soon. We just did another one. 37-inch tires on dually wheels. You can't be scared of that. And then I have a 20-ton air jack from Harbor Freight. If I do Jeff's dually, he's a plumber, and he has all his tools in there. Dude, that thing probably weighs 8,000 pounds just the rear end. You can't have some little funky jack.
Right.
You got to be prepared. Like, you got to be willing to buy the right tools to do this kind of stuff.
And the thing is, too, is I think that goes back to something that you and I've talked about before, too, is that basically in a nutshell, we're kind of problem solvers, right? You got to listen to people. And when people talk to you about certain things that they need done, do you want to be the guy that says, yeah, I've got the tools to do it? Or do you want to be the guy that says, nah, I'm going to have to send you down the street to a buddy of mine because, I can't handle that kind of work.
Yeah, so that's what I always do. I buy the right tool. Did you see the RV we just did paint protection film on the whole top? Did you see the scaffold I built?
Yeah.
So we've had scaffoldings to do motorhomes, but that Jeff wanted it blacked out and paint protection film. Like, man, that's got to be safe.
Yeah.
So I went back to Home Depot 2 or 3 times and spent probably $3,000 more to get that scaffolding right.
And especially
but guess what? We're the shop that these guys that have these $500,000, $1 million coaches, that's going to put us on the map too.
Because they know you can do it.
Give me a challenge, dude. I love them, man. And then Justin's up there. I had to build it from not just me, but my guys. So I treat all my guys. I have my kids here, and I treat the other ones just like my family. And I got a couple rolls of grip tape and put the grip tape all over those platforms that I put up there, and I made sure everything was tight with zip ties and tie downs, and that thing was solid. He's up there with soapy water on an aluminum deck. So I thought, well, let's put some grip tape down.
Yeah.
So I love challenges, and I want to be that shop like, oh, he can do it.
Yeah. So did he do the majority of that by himself?
He did the whole thing by himself.
Did the whole thing by himself?
Yeah, we did all the correction and ceramic coating, and then he did the full front on a Super C RV.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's Jeff that called me on the phone. That was his. And the dually was his.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's bringing me the Tahoe. He's just crazy.
It's a good customer to have.
Great guy. Really great guy.
That says a lot about you and how you build relationships.
Yes, anything that's worth anything is all about relationships, friendships, marriages, children, employees, customers. I've always been that way. That's why I like Shine Supply, because you go to Jeremy's Shine Supply corporate. He walked me through and introduced me to everybody. I was like, I love it. Feel like I'm in my shop with my guys, looking in the eye. Hey, how's it going? And just super kind. Awesome, man. Fired up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So that's coming soon.
That's ready to go. I'm ready to start tomorrow.
Nice.
You gonna come down, buy some?
I'll be driving out on my lunch hour tomorrow.
One day we're gonna have a grand opening here. Once I get that going, it's like I just keep expanding, and
I might just
I'll let you know. I would love to have you, dude. It'd be great.
I might just sneak in.
That'd be awesome.
That would
be awesome.
You wouldn't even know. You just be like, who's this yahoo? Who's this yahoo that just came through my front door?
Yeah.
And where did he get that detail rag shirt? I don't know.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. Do you see anything else in the future that you might like to add as far as services are concerned?
Let me go back to lifting cars though real quick.
Go ahead.
If you notice, we torque all the wheels back on by hand. We torque the lug nuts.
Okay.
And I always want to tell everybody that's the safest thing to do. You can Google the car, the year, and the make and the model, or look in the owner's manual and get the factory specs on torquing lug nuts. Even the Porsche center locks on that Turbo S we did.
Yep.
I got a 4-foot 3/4 inch torque wrench for that thing. It's 452 pounds, I believe. But guess what? We can do center lock wheels.
Nice.
So I just want people to know, if you want, you got to have the right tools and the right setting. Like our shop is inviting to have all this type of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And we play it safe. So your question was anything else in the future? I mean, the future, my goal, Ryan, is, I think I've told you before, is to buy our own commercial facility and just build it out like just absolutely killer. I got all these plans.
To have everything in-house in one building.
Yeah, now we have a separate detail shop from our film shop. I personally don't know how anybody can do both in the same building. Only because maybe we do so many corrections in here.
Yeah.
You clean out one pad, man, you're giving Justin no chance.
Yeah.
So over there is like a clean room. It's cleaner than here. and gives them a better chance. And we don't have to waste film if you got all kinds of dirt in the film, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would love to have like a 10,000 square foot building, maybe bigger, 4,000 detail shop, separate 4,000 film shop, and like maybe 3,000 or 4,000
Storefront.
big enough to put a car of the month in there.
Ah,
Yeah, how sick would that be?
nice.
Dude, who wouldn't want their car in there, man? That'd be sick.
Yeah.
It'd be so cool.
Customer of the month. You go, hey, I'm keeping your car for a month.
Yeah. I mean, I'd do it. Leave it in there for the year. Would you want it to be?
Thank you.
So, you know, fortunately, the boys grew up. They came on board. I had employees for 20, 25 years, wanted to pull my hair out. Boys came on board, and then I've hired a few other guys. I got the best crew ever. Hardworking young men, kind, considerate, give 110%. Alex does, Cody does. My window tinter, Ivan, Justin, my PPF guy, they're all unbelievable. So we have a great crew over here. But I feel like I designed it like that. That's how we roll.
Yeah. And you just keep moving in the right direction. You just keep putting things in place and keep, you know, one foot in front of the other and keep going, making small steps and going. Yeah.
So I would encourage anyone listening, don't try to do it all at once. I've been detailing since the 80s. I think a lot of guys could do it way quicker now. I know a lot of my young friends are already getting their shops and getting into PPF and tint, which is cool. But do one thing really, really well. If you want to get a shop, do the ceramic coatings and the detailing really well. And then, you know, don't take on too much at once, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because it could all fall in one fell swoop, you know?
Yeah. And sometimes to be, I don't know, I feel like sometimes to be successful in the long run, it takes more effort stretched out over time. You know what I mean?
Like investing in any little investment, you know?
Yeah.
$100 a month at 30 years is like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's the what do you think the most exciting thing for you is right now, jumping on board with Shine Supply?
I think the most exciting thing is just getting used to the products, and they are truly amazing. I think it's going to change our workflow. I think we're going to get things done substantially quicker.
Okay.
We're such a good product. I don't think it's going to be too hard to, as we finish one, we're going to roll one in. So it's not like I'm just ditching everything and rolling them all in. But so far, the beadlock black that Jeremy just rolled out, I told you we did 3 cars. I did 3 cars. I'm like, it's probably one of the best coatings I've ever laid on a car.
Wow.
You know, I'm just pumped about it.
And you and I talked about it a little bit off camera as far as the beadlock black is. You feel it's like it's more stout. It's thicker. It goes on thicker, but yet gives you more shine and gloss.
It's way more shine and slickness right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Versus, and I know maybe we've talked about this, maybe we haven't, but the difference between Beadlock Pro, Beadlock Black, and Marine is just basically the longevity. Do you think the Beadlock Black has more to offer as far as? Okay.
Definitely a more expensive coating. Pro's like a 3-year coating. Marine, I think, is 5, and then Black's 7, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, they're designed to last longer. They're more expensive.
Yeah.
Well, it gives you 3 tiers to sell to people. You want a 3, a 5, or a 7. These are the cost differences. Because some people lease a car for 3 years. I wouldn't sell them Beadlock Black, right?
I mean,
they just don't care.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that goes back to the customer service aspect of how you treat people and not selling them something they don't need.
You see them, you listen to them, you ask the right questions, you ask them how long you're going to keep the car. Now they know you truly care about their not just their car, but their budget.
Right. Right. I mean, because there's
what we do. It's a luxury what we do.
right. Right.
Literally is a luxury. It's the first thing to go usually.
I mean, I think there's tons of people out there that will basically just say, you know, and I only use this one coating, so it's only this one price. You know,
A lot of people do. A lot of people do that. I don't know. I don't think mobile guys could use beadlock black. That's another question to be asked. You know, I've never installed a coating outside.
Right.
But Pro, I think Marine are designed to be able to put on outside. I don't think beadlock is or black is.
And then again, I think naturally we all know it's based on your conditions. You know, I never have. I don't know that I ever would here. I mean, the weather's just too unpredictable here for me.
Yeah.
And I don't have the consistent weather like you guys have.
Yeah.
Right. Especially at those temperatures where you could possibly install something outside.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, there's a lot of guys talking about it right now about how you can, and there's certain coatings you can install outside and all that kind of stuff. And man, as a mobile detailer, sometimes when I'm doing some mobile work, I would love to be able to do that, but I'm still sketchy on it because the conditions here can change. I mean, you know, here in Ohio, they say if you don't like the weather, just stick around 10 minutes. It'll
change. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm so OCD. I just have to have a controlled environment. But having that too, my prices can go up.
Sure.
Because people walk in like, oh man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So nothing against mobile guys, dude. I've been mobile since 1990. I have probably done more cars than most guys are out there. Giant fleets. Remember, I used to do giant fleets of big rigs, and man, I busted my ass.
Yeah.
I loved it. I miss it sometimes. It's great getting outside.
Yeah, but you still, I mean, look at what you've grown into, though.
It's awesome, man. I'm very, very thankful, Brian.
Yeah.
Super stuff.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And I love it, dude. And I'm a spaz. That's my wife. First thing when I get up, I'm like, ah! Let's go! She's like, dude, get out of here.
Yeah, get out of my house.
A funny note, sometimes we'll cuddle. She'll be like, cuddle, and I'll go back up there. And if I had a cup of coffee, a couple times I'm like, you know, just wigging outside, but I'm trying to be chill. And then she'll text me later like, I couldn't even go back to sleep. All your psycho energy transferred over to me or something like that. I'm like, sorry, babe, gotta go.
So I gotta go. Yes.
I just love it. I'm 58 years old and I feel like I'm still 21. That's why I like being in the shop and being active.
Yeah.
Because I just keep going.
It's like people ask me all the time, how old are you? And I'm like, I'm 58, but I just act like I'm 12.
Dude, I always want to be 12. In fact, I think I'm going to go back to 11 now.
That's the thing.
12
That's the one thing I wish that you could kind of transfer to other people or younger people is to get them to understand that sometimes my body says, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, my brain goes, oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Your brain doesn't think twice.
No, it's like gonna have fun doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And but yeah, that's awesome. What's so just again, I want to reiterate to people, you know, in the Anaheim area, you are you're kind of like a water guru, right?
Water?
Yeah. Don't you have like some of the
Well, I've had my own system for 25 years, but Brian, literally there's water available for detailers on every corner.
Yeah, but not like yours. I've heard you've got some of the best water around.
I would like to say so, but I'm not going to go there because most detail supply stores have invested heavily in water.
Are they?
Yeah. But we're going to have amazing water for sale, amazing products, you know, towels and all that stuff down the road. But we're excited. Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate on some of the brands you're going to be carrying, or just stick with wait until people come in?
Yeah, we'll just wait for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've done your research, you've done some homework, and you've got some things in the pipeline that's going to
I
be.
got some things in the works. Yep. Just for me, it's one thing at a time. I can't do too much at one time.
No,
And
but you're going to be.
now that we're moved in with Shine's Plan, I got the POS system because this is all new to me.
Yeah.
Now that that's done, I can like move on to the next thing.
But you're going to have. I think you're going to be a beneficial stop along the way for mobile detailers.
Well, I think so too because one, our social media presence is great.
Sure.
People know I feel like I'm a reliable source for detailing. And I'm freeway close, really. I'm in the center of Orange County, California.
Right.
I'm right in the center of all these major freeways. Right off the freeway, it's super easy to get to. So
I still feel like you're going to have to set aside extra time throughout the day because with your social media presence, people stopping by to get water and products and tools, and they're just going to, hey, where's Paul? I want to talk to Paul, So
yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know. Well, it's the wealth of knowledge, I think sooner or later people are gonna want to talk to you. I mean, just like me, I love talking to you. I love talking. I've learned a lot from you just through our phone conversations and our podcasts and through Instagram. And, I've learned a lot from you. You've got a lot to offer that a lot of information that you've packed over the past, 40 some years.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that.
And it's been super beneficial to me, And then sometimes I think about, when I'm in the middle of something, I'm like, oh, what would Paul do?
That's awesome. Thanks, Brian. Sometimes you're probably like, yeah, he'd do that. I don't think that's a good idea.
No, in fact, it's funny because we just, and I'll tell this story real quick because it's dumb. But so, my wife and I have an RV.
Yeah.
And I just had to winterize it the other day. And yesterday we went to put the cover on it. Well, for most people who are familiar with Ohio, you realize that there's just hundreds of acres of farm field around me and it's nothing but wind. And so I'm standing on the top of this RV trying to put this cover on it and the wind picks it up and literally it was like a parachute,
Oh, really?
And yeah, and one of the things I thought of was like, man, wish I had Paul's scaffolding right now.
Oh, that's cool. You want me to send it?
Send it.
That's funny.
Be cheaper for me to go to Lowe's and buy my own.
Yeah, that's funny. That's cool.
But, it is. I mean, sometimes I just watch videos of you and I think, man, what would Paul do? And in this situation, I'm in the middle of the situation. What would Paul do? And so
I appreciate it, bud.
But no, I appreciate the information you put out there. And
yeah, it's fun. It's all about having fun. Just loving what you do. I like giving back. Yeah, it's fun.
And it really is. I think if you don't get caught up in too much of the BS, it really is a fun industry.
I don't deal with BS.
Right.
I really don't. I don't follow a lot of people. I don't mean to sound like, oh, I'm all that, but as you get older, Brian, you just learn to hang out with people that are just on your wavelength. It takes too much time for drama. There's already enough shit coming at you.
Yeah.
In the, on the freeway and on the radio or on the advertisement or this or that, TikTok, blah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be real careful. Perfect example why I like Jeremy and Shine Supply.
Yeah.
It just feels right, Such a great guy, such a great company.
It's funny because I've been involved in I've been listening to a podcast of a counselor, therapist, psychologist, whatever you want to talk. And he made a comment the other day about, he goes, our brains are designed to do, right? And he said, like, a lot of people they're like stuck because everything they do is scroll.
Yeah.
And he said, he goes, do you want to watch someone play baseball or do you want to go play baseball? You know, he said, just go play baseball. You know, do you want to watch somebody detail cars or do you want to detail cars? Go detail cars, right?
Yeah.
Because technically speaking, we're as a society, we're getting stuck in scroll mode and all we're doing is watching other people and it's paralyzing us because we're not doing. And I thought that was kind of interesting. So
yeah, it's very interesting. Well, I think all of us need to balance our devices.
Yes, absolutely.
And our social media. I do the same thing sometimes. I do.
Yeah. But I mean, think about all the people who might be growing bigger, better businesses if they weren't worried about or comparing themselves to other people's businesses.
The comparing yourself is really dangerous.
Yeah.
And you have to be aware of your own self to see if you're doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't follow a lot of people. I don't want to compare myself. I want to stay in my lane. So I just keep it at a real minimum. Just the way I've always been. And it's just the way it is.
And look at how it's working out.
It's working out great.
Working out great.
Yeah.
You know? So, well, Mr. Sprenger, anything else you want to add before we get out of here? Any words of encouragement?
Have more fun than stressing out. How's that? But work hard. Chase after your dreams. I'm still busting my ass at 58 years old. If you love what you do and you see opportunities, just go for it. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, anyone can do it. I'm living the dream. Anyone can. We live in America. Feels like it's getting a little more freer now. And just go for your dreams, man.
Yeah. All righty then. Well, sir, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out for another podcast with Mr. Sprenger. Shoot and Shine with Sprenger number 6. He's always a wealth of knowledge. Always just a great guy to talk to and a great guy to watch. Again, throw it out there real quick. Where can people find you?
So Sprenger's Detailing, SPRENGERS on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Sprenger's Detail .studios, our website.
Okay. Which and just real quick, will you have a separate website for products and tools, or it's going to be on that website too?
The detail supply store is going to be completely separate.
Okay.
Separate bank accounts, separate website down the road.
Okay.
Yeah, we're keeping them separate.
Okay.
So stay tuned for web stuff probably down the road.
Stay tuned for that future information.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, Paul, sir, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing time with me like you always have and sharing the knowledge that you have and just being a good dude to sit around and chat with. I love it. Enjoy it.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it.
All right. You go have a good evening, and we will see you guys on the next one. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Peace.